Welcome to the Grit Reapers, the podcast for aspiring online entrepreneurs that cuts through all the crap in the online business world and dishes out the raw and real truth about what it really takes to have a successful online business. No sugarcoating, no get-rich-quick schemes, just honest advice with a healthy dose of humor and hope.
We're your hosts, Gail and Candace, two online entrepreneurs who've been there, done that, and lived to tell the tale. So if you're looking for straight talk, practical tips, and the occasional reality check to get your online business moving, you're in the right place. Let's get down to business.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Grit Reapers. Hello, Gail.
Hey, Cans, how are you?
Good. Thank you. Welcome to another episode to our listeners. Gail, we often talk about grit and determination and how we are so committed to kind of like just being honest about the process so that people feel supported rather than overwhelmed. And it's always like, I don't know, it feels quite like we speak about like the deep intricacies around having grit, But there are also some very practical things that kind of impact on your tolerance for things going wrong and your frustration levels and whatnot. So today we want to talk about a question a lot of people ask us, which is like, okay, so if I wanted to start an online business, like, how do you do it? Like, where do you put the videos? Like, how do you get people to buy from you? And that is what we would call like, well, you need a platform, like you need something that is built to host digital assets, digital products, right? So if you're thinking of creating a course or you want to start a membership or even deliver your services kind of on Zoom, like, where do you put the stuff? And that is what Gail and I refer to as like, well, you need like an online platform. It's not just a website, right? Because not every website has the ability to like host video and automate payments and send emails and all that kind of jazz. So
Absolutely.
we are going to talk today about our first love. Kajabi.
Absolutely. And you laugh about it being our first love. My website currently actually has a picture of me with my arms out wide as one of the heroes saying, I love Kajabi. Like, it used to be my tagline. When I was a Kajabi expert, I still am, but you know what I mean? When I was pushing my Kajabi services, it was, hey, I'm Gail Starr and I love Kajabi. That's what I used to say. So it definitely is our first love.
Right. Yeah, we are slightly obsessed. I think the first thing just to explain to our listeners is there's a difference between having a website, which is like what I just mentioned, and then having a website plus the back end to support what you want to be selling online. So things like Wix and Squarespace and WordPress, those are website kind of builders. And often you've got to use what they call like a plugin. So you would have your website built on one of those. And then you would also have to sign up or add on something that can then host your course or your recordings or whatever it is, right? Now, Kajabi has all of that in one. So you don't need to go build your website on Kajabi and then go looking like, okay, so now where am I going to host all these videos? So that is why I think Kajabi's kind of tagline used to be, or maybe still is, that it's an all-in-one platform. Because something I get asked a lot is like, okay, so, but can I also have my website on Kajabi, right?
Yes.
And yes, you can. You can have your full website. And the beauty about having it in one place is that, for example, on your homepage, when someone goes to visit your website, and you've written some very clever words, and the person feels like, oh, this is me, I need this. And then they click that button that says view all programs or see how we can work together. That button would then link to another part of your Kajabi site, which would be, your programs or your storefront, your little digital store. So everything is kind of like integrated with a click of a button. You get a little drop down menu, and then you can choose where you want to send the person. It is just, oh, let me tell you, it's like so easy. Okay. Well, maybe now it's so easy,
Yes,
right?
I was going to say. So,
Yeah.
so let me just interject here. So, Candace has just said it's so easy, and I think it is easy for us now because we've been working with it for so long. But just to remind our listeners that every single tech that you decide to use has got a learning curve. And what I always say is that Kajabi has a learning curve, but it only has one learning curve. So I always tell my clients it's almost like cooking a lasagna. If you can follow the instructions of, you do this and then it links to this, then you must add this. So if you can follow a recipe, you can learn to use Kajabi. People I often find get it a little bit easier if I tell them, because people will always say to me, oh, like IT or computers or websites, like you're so clever. I don't know how you build them. And I always say to them, Kajabi is not like learning IT or computer science or website building. It's learning a platform. So if you could learn something like QuickBooks or Sage Accounting or something like that, it's similar. You're actually learning the platform, and it's one learning curve that you can go through step by step. And then you don't have to worry. So, and you don't have to try and like um uh band-aid things together. So
Yes.
everything works. So it hosts your, as Can said, it hosts your website, but it also hosts your whole backend. So you've got your email system, you've got your course portal, you've got your community portal. And then what I never really understood, automation. I didn't really understand what that meant. But basically, because it's all linked together, you can create automation triggers. So, like if somebody decides they would like your freebie, um, once they opt in and fill in that form, you can set an automation that then triggers an email sequence in the email provider that then sends them the freebie and then
Yes.
sends them 2 or 3 other emails. So
Yes.
that's kind of the difference between just a website and this
Correct.
all-in-one platform. You
Correct.
can keep it all together.
Correct. And I always say to people that are also like new to this whole world, like they're brilliant at what they do. Like they are the top kind of like sought out professional in their field, or they have a really good like offline reputation. And now they have started thinking, okay, like what can I do with this information? Surely I can kind of create a course. Or I always say it's like imagine not having to manually go to your laptop and type in the person's name and then send them an email to say, I've given you the video. So, like, automation means don't have to worry about any of that. It's the web, the platform sorts that out for you. So
Yeah,
automations mean it happens automatically.
basically.
The
Yeah.
person signs up, they pay you, and automatically Kajabi knows to give them access to the thing they've just paid for, and they get an email telling them how to do it. Like that is all off your head.
Absolutely.
And I think you're right. Like I found Kajabi 5 years ago just by chance because I mean, I always laugh. Our coach, Gail and our coach always says, like, what's a Kajabi? Like people are like, what's a Kajabi? Because people often like haven't heard of it, and it is bit of a strange word. And I by chance came across it because I literally went to Google and I typed in, if I film a yoga video, where can I put it so people can watch it?
Yeah,
Literally,
exactly.
And
Yeah,
then somehow, Google did its thing and links started coming up. And obviously, YouTube was one recommendation because you can host it there. But then I saw this word Kajabi and I thought, oh, okay, what's that? Anyway, saw it and I was like, this is what I've been looking for. And I got on the platform and I had a mini brain explosion. I'm not going to lie. Like, I had a mini, oh, sweet Lord, what the hell? But I spent the next 3 weeks, every living, breathing moment in that platform learning how to do it. So I love what Gail says. It's like, yes, you're just learning a system. That's what you're learning. You're learning, how does this link to this? Oh, okay, I need to add this. And if you just follow the steps, you will get to the point where Gail and I are, which is like we can do it in our sleep,
yeah,
right? And
exactly.
then we also have things like people who sign up because they know it's the platform. Like, I literally had a meeting yesterday with someone who was like, oh my God, I've seen all these people with these websites. Like, I didn't know that it was Kajabi. I know this is what I need. I don't want to build a thing. Like, can you do it for me? And I was like, absolutely. So you can still sign up to the platform and then hand off the work of building it out to someone like Gail or I, because
Yeah,
we often do Kajabi builds for people and funnels and all the back end stuff, because all they know is, look, this is what I need it to do. I don't want to learn how to do it. So,
yeah, absolutely. And Cans, when I first sort of came across Kajabi again through that program and through our coach, and I initially wanted to try and get something that was a little less expensive. I'm putting that in quotation marks because monetarily less expensive. I thought that that was the way to go. And then when I started looking at, how I would sort of link MailerLite to
mm,
Zapier to a Wix, or I think I looked at WordPress because I knew WordPress at the time, and then just listening to other people's experiences, some big guys who had sort of band-aided it all together, who were telling us, often the zaps didn't work. You paying 39 or whatever dollars a month for Zapier, but as soon as you start to grow, it increases exponentially.
mhm, mhm.
And things just aren't as easy. And we actually, the South African guy that I sort of um, learned about Kajabi through, they did a analysis at the end of the year, basically what they used to pay, as you say, in the different plugins, in the Zaps or the Zapiers or the Makes, in the MailerLites or the email system, in the CRM systems, actually ended up being a lot more expensive than the Kajabi subscription. So a lot of people think that the Kajabi subscription is expensive, and when we joined, there was pretty much only like a couple of options. Now you have right down from the Kickstarter option, which gives you
Right.
one product and one community at a really reasonable price that you can get started with. And then
Mhm,
as you grow, you can then move up. I think the next one up, you get 3 products. The next one
mhm,
up, you get 15 products.
mhm.
So you can literally grow with Kajabi. I would highly recommend for anybody starting out that you only focus on one course or one product at a time. If you have 15 products available, you then get tempted to be like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
over the place. But also once you use Kajabi, there are things called ghost offers, so you can have downloads that don't take up your products. So, there really is, Kajabi is a great place to get started and grow as you grow. And there's an amazing Facebook community full of people helping. And of course, now that you're listening to our podcast, Cans and I are here to answer any of your Kajabi related questions.
And the best part is that actually this week, Kajabi is running the most like insane offer, which is you can sign up for $99 and get 3 months of access to their top.
To their top plan.
It's the top plan.
To their pro plan. Yeah.
Right. And that is for a full month. They're running this promo, which, I mean, let me tell you guys, it is a steal. Like you don't see this kind of offer often. We'll link for any of you that are keen to go check it out. We'll drop links under we'll drop the link where you can find all that info. But if you're listening to this after May, the end of May, 25.
23rd of May. Yeah.
23rd of May, right? You can still go pop onto the link we're going to drop, because usually if you just went and Googled Kajabi, you'd land on their page, and they do offer a 14-day free trial. Because Gail and I are Kajabi partners, we get a special. We can gift you with a full 30 days free, a free 30 days on the platform. So, and Gail and I also offer like additional things if you want to test it out. So we'll drop all that info for you. But I really want to get back to what Gail said, and that is, it's like a mindset thing, right? And actually, Christina Rava, who was a guest on our podcast, I think one of our very first guests, said it. She said, in the beginning, you think you don't want to invest big. You want to like grab as many freebies as you can. You're going to buy these little low ticket $17 where someone's promising you like they're going to basically like give you your dream life for $17. Guys, if someone's telling you that, please tell me your radar's going. But and again, I'm going to just put up my hand and say that was me. Like in the beginning, you don't want to spend money. You think you can piece it all together yourself. And what Christina was saying is actually what she wished she knew back then was rather invest big with the right person from the beginning, and they're going to get you there much quicker. And I feel like it's the same thing with Kajabi. It is the Rolls Royce of online platforms. Like this is what they do. The Facebook community is something like 50K strong. Like this is what they do. It's an established platform. They are so receptive to feedback from the community. They are constantly improving the platform, listening to what people need. Their live support, that for me, let me tell you, Gailey, I swear, if nothing else, what I love about Kajabi is that I can hop on and literally say, I want to chat to a human.
Yeah.
Not a bot. And within minutes, you connected to someone and they help you sort out your problem or where you're getting stuck tech-wise, or it's really, this is why you can see it. I say it's our first. We really do love it.
Yeah, and this special that's running will start on the 21st, means that you have 3 full months to get your first product up and running and starting to make an income. And once you are inside of Kajabi, you can also join their partners program, like Cans and I do. And so you can bring in an income from, promoting it to other people, which can then cover your own subscription fees. So, yeah, Cans loves Kajabi. I love Kajabi. I just find it the easiest. I can pretty much do stuff in my sleep now. But as Can says, they are forever innovating. So new community updates, new features as people are asking for them. And so, I just really, really recommend come and have a look, see. And Cans and I are there. As she mentioned, we have some extra bonuses that are linked to our affiliate links. So come and have a look. And if you are at that space and you're ready to take the plunge, Kajabi is definitely the all-in-one platform that we would both recommend.
Absolutely. And really, guys, again, if you're not sure, like you like the look of it, you're intrigued by what Gail and I've shared with you, but you're just not sure, we just mail us. Like either one of us, I'm sure, will be happy to hop on a call with you, show
Absolutely.
the back ends of what our sites look like, how it works. So if you've got any questions, don't be shy, just let us know. Because ultimately, I think for me, when people come and I get just animated when people are starting to talk about the potential of taking their stuff online, because Gail and I really just are not bullshitters. Like, we're going to tell you, this is the timeline, this is what you've got to be ready for, because we know that it's not always easy. What we do want is that where you're building out your thing, it is easy, right? We want you to be with something that is not going to make you just feel like I just can't. So we're here to answer questions, but yeah, Kajabi for the win, always, forever. Our heart. All right, cool.
Okay.
The links, and we'll see you guys next week.
Have a great Easter if you celebrate, and we will chat again next week.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, perfecto.